Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Connor again, and I thought I'd go ahead and give you all sort of a collection, sort of update as to where I am with my CDs. Now, as you can see, I sort of sorted them out here. I moved. Uh, Everything's no longer on one shelf. I decided to sort them out, sort of by genre and chronologically or whatnot. And I have acquired a good amount since my last video about CDs. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, we can go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here we are at my three shelves with CDs. Of course, you have my media shelf, but we'll get into some of that stuff later. So, starting at the front, we have Fuel, Something Like Human. This is a very good album. One of my favorite rock albums of all time. Especially like mid 2000, not mid 2000s, just like the beginning of 2000s rock or something like that. Good stuff. Solid songs like Last Time, Hemorrhage, Bad Day. Some good stuff. And then we have Injected, Burn. What is it? Burn It Black. Yeah. There's some good stuff. Very. It's kind of heavy. Very kind of heavy stuff. Very alternative. I love it. It's so good. The opening track, When She Comes, the title track, and then Only Hurts a While, and then Misfortune is a really good song. This came out in 2002. This is their only album. This is very good rock. Yeah, I heavily recommend it. It's really good stuff. Then we have the honorary title with Anything Else But the Truth. Good stuff. I mean, very nice indie rock from New York. They only had 2 albums. This is their first. I still want to pick up their second one. Yeah, this is very good indie rock. And very nice cover art too. Like, I thought this was gonna be like some heavy hard rock, but now when I played the first song, it was very much indie, like sort of pop rock kind of stuff. But it's very good. Frame by frame's really good. I like Points Underneath, Disengage, The Smoking Pose, stuff like that. Very good stuff. Now we get to one of my favorite rock bands, if not my favorite rock band of all time, Breaking Benjamin. I only have 2 of their albums, but I want to get their other 4. I don't plan on getting Aurora. You know my thoughts on Aurora already. And this is my favorite Breaking Benjamin album, We Are Not Alone. This is very good stuff. You actually saw if you saw my ranking, you would know that this is very high. It's my number 1, like I said. I managed to find this at a used CD store for only like $5-6, so I picked it up, and it plays phenomenally. It's very good. Then we have Phobia by Breaking Benjamin. It's my, I think it was my 3rd ranked Breaking Benjamin album. It's good. I really like it. Songs like, obviously you have The Diary of Jane. Come on, focus. Obviously you have songs like The Diary of Jane, Breath, Evil Angel, but then you also have deeper cuts like You, Here We Are, Topless. Very good songs. I love this album so much. I go back to it pretty often. Then we get into 3 Days Grace with I managed to sell off the 2 albums that I didn't want, so which were the other 2, Transit of Venus and Human I No Longer Own. So yeah. Then we have their debut. It's phenomenal. This and 1X. They switch between my favorite album constantly. I love every song on here.
Just Like You, Scared, Let You Down, Born Like This, just really, really good stuff. And then we have their second album, 1X, which is their most well-known album. This really put them on the map with, Animal I Have Become, Never Too Late. There were so many so many singles on this album. Pain, let's see, Riot, Get Out Alive. Time of Dying is phenomenal. Then we have Life Starts Now, which is a very... I don't like digipacks like this. We'll see more like that later, but it has good art. I just wish they went about making the digipack, better than what this is. You know what? Yeah. Then we have Phil Collins with Face Value. I still want to get the rest of his discography, and I also want to start collecting Genesis too. I haven't listened to a lot of Genesis, but I know Invisible Touch, Land of Confusion, stuff like that. I found out about Genesis from Disturbed, who did a cover of Land of Confusion, and I really enjoy it. So, yeah, this good stuff. Obviously, In the Air Tonight is the big song on here. But I really like Thunder and Lightning, If Leaving Me Is Easy. Pretty much every song on here is a banger. And then you have the other album, But Seriously, it's I'd say probably my second favorite. Like 3 Days Grace, the two albums that I own by Phil are the ones that I go back to the most. They switch between my favorites constantly. Something Happened on the Way to Heaven, Father to Son, Saturday Night and Sunday Morning, really, really good stuff. Then we have The Open Door by Evanescence. I want to collect I really want to get a lot of, like, pretty much, I don't want to say like every album that they have, but I really want to get Fallen. I know there's a 20th anniversary CD for Fallen that I want to pick up instead of the regular one because I really enjoy the bonus stuff. But yeah, Sweet Sacrifice, Call Me When You're Sober, let's see, Snow White Queen, Lacrimosa, really, really good stuff. And then the only album by Shinedown that I have is Sound of Madness. Good stuff. I'm not really the biggest Shinedown fan. They got good stuff. Like, only like certain singles from other albums I kind of enjoy. Like 45 from their first album it's good. Oh, come on, focus, please. Devour is good. Sound of Madness is a banger. Cyanide, Sweet Tooth Suicide's a really good song. If You Only Knew, Second Chance, stuff like that. Then we have the 4 albums that I still own from the other albums that I didn't want, that I want to get rid of sometime soon. We have Days of the New. I don't really care for this album. The songs are way too long, and it's just not my thing. Taproot, I didn't like them as much as I thought I did. This album is just not the best nu metal thing that I've heard, and I've heard some pretty bad nu metal, and this is it's decent. It's like half-baked in my opinion. It's not the best. Then we have The Fray. I managed to sell off that first album. Again, this is another band I thought I liked more than I did. Didn't really care for it after re-listening to it, so decided just to get rid of it, or I wanted to get rid of it. And then this Marilyn Manson single, For Beautiful People, I still have. Not the best thing I own. It has a bad memory attached to it, so yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. So next up, we have the Eagles, To the Limit, the Essential Collection. This is really, really good. My mother is a big fan of the Eagles. Well, not really a big fan. I don't know how much she listens to them, but she is a fan of the Eagles. So I asked her. I saw this at Target. I asked her if she recommends the Eagles to me, and she said yeah. So I picked it up and I listened to the entire thing, the entire 3-disc at when I was working. All 35 of the regular songs, and then the live stuff is really good too. Safe to say, after that, I'm an Eagles fan now. So, and we have the new Pearl Jam album, Dark Matter. I'm a Pearl Jam fan after listening to this. This is really, really good. This is only a few weeks old, I'm pretty sure. At least a week or two old. Scared of Fear and Won't Tell are probably my favorite ones on the album. I love the opening song. I love the opening riff and the opening vocals on Scared of Fear. The vocals and are just the vocals on the chorus is like probably my favorite part of it. And here we have my only album by Slipknot, Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses. This came out in 2006, I believe. Was that 2004? I don't know why I don't have more albums by Slipknot. I love Slipknot to death. They're literally the band that got me into more extreme music. Funny enough, Green Day is actually the band who got me into metal, which is a weird thing to say, but then, you know, Slipknot was my first metal love, so. It's not my favorite Slipknot album, though. Here we have Korn with their debut from 1994. I love Korn. They're probably in my top 3 new metal bands of all time. This is a stellar debut album. The opening track, Blind, Clown, Divine, Helmet in the Bush, and then the last track, Daddy, is a very crazy song, crazy emotional song for Jonathan Davis, who is the front man. Very, very good stuff. Oh, and by the way, after Slipknot, we're getting into the metal stuff. This is all my rock stuff, and the 3 shelves down are the metal stuff. So. Next, we have my favorite Korn album, Untouchables. I am a diehard Untouchables fan. I will die on the hill of saying that this is their best album. It's just so aggressive and just so amazing. Here to Stay, that very, very chuggy, very dark opening riff is very good. Blame, Hollow Life, Bottled Up Inside is a really good song. Bottled Up Inside and Hating are my 2 favorite songs on here. Everything else is really good too. Alone I Break is a very good song. It's very sad, I love it. The album cover is funky though. But then again, it is Korn. They have a lot of funky album covers. 36 Crazy Fists, Bitterness the Star. This is a really good album. 36 Crazy Fist, I will admit, I'm not the biggest fan of. Their first 2 albums I really enjoy. This is their debut. But my favorite album from them is A Snow-Capped Romance. That is a damn near perfect album. And I don't give a lot of albums that title, but their second album is a damn near perfect album. I mean, well, Breaking Benjamin I give 10 out of 10s to, but that's besides the point. Yeah, good songs on here. An Agreement Called Forever, Slit Wrist Theory, Circle the Drain, Chalk White, good stuff. Then we have Gnostic, Engineering the Rule. Now we're getting into the more, the next 3 albums with this included are like more oddballs in my collection. They don't really have a place, but I love them regardless. With Engineering the Rule, I listened to this album again. I will admit, in my first episode of After the Spin, I mentioned I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But I gave it another listen the other day, and it actually blew me away. I finally understood it, and I frequently visit this album still. It's so good. Features members of Atheist, and it even and it even features a Gnostic sticker, and it's really cool. The CD is actually really dope. I like the geometric shapes, and then members of the band. This is their only full length. I believe this might have been just like a one-time thing, but I don't know. This is Impure Wilhelmina with Radiation. Love this album. Absolutely love it. It's probably in my at least top 25. At least right now. This is such a banging album. It's a beautiful album. It's so pretty. From the opening riff on Great Falls Beyond Death to the ending track, Race With You, it's so good. Torn, the song Torn is just crazy. Bones and Heart is a good one. By Ravens and Flies is really good. And I was visiting some of their older stuff, like their first album, and it's so good. I can't wait to get more of their stuff. I do want to expand my collection for them. And before we get into like the prog and stuff, we have Hyborian with Volume 2. Sorry, if I sound a little sick, I might be getting a little sick. My nose is really stuffed up. I'm either sick or it's just the allergies, but my nose is like really stuffed up. But this is Hyborian Volume 2. And I mentioned it that the bottom of the case was broken. It broke again, even though it was super glued, which is odd. So I'm definitely going to get a new case for it. But good stuff. Driven by Hunger is a good one. My favorite song on here is Stormbound. Love everything about this album. It's just so aggressive, and I love it. It's just so awesome. Alright, now we are getting into the prog, and there's quite a bit of prog, which I'm very happy about. Starting with my 6 Dream Theater albums. I own 6 of them. They have about 9 more I need to collect. And they're all in chronological order, starting with Awake. This is a phenomenal prog album. I love it. It's just so melodic, so catchy. Album cover is a little wonky, but that's fine. 6 O'Clock, Caught in the Web, The Silent Man, Space Divest, everything about it. So good. And I love the keyboards on here from Kevin Moore. I believe this was his last album. Then we have Scenes from a Memory. Probably what a lot of people between Images and Words, Awake, and Scenes from a Memory is one of their best albums. I was in a live stream the other day, and I mentioned that I got these, and I said that these are good albums. I actually haven't listened to them. I was thinking of 2 other albums by them. I still need to listen to this album and then the next album, but I Know Dance of Eternity and Spirit Carries On. Those are phenomenal songs. I really like them. Good stuff. So I can't wait to listen to the rest of it. And then 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. This is their 2002 album. 2002, yeah. This is a double album, actually. So it has, disc 1 is, 5 regular tracks, and then the second disc is a 42-minute song broken down into 8 parts, which is crazy. So I'm very excited to give that a listen. Now we go down to my second shelf. So maybe I can prop this up. So now we go to probably one of my favorite albums by Dream Theater, at least that I've listened to. This is Train of Thought from 2003. I love this album so much. I love James's vocal performance on here, especially with As I Am, Honor Thy Father, In the Name of God. Just everything about this album is so good, so catchy. I love it so much. Okay, come on now. Gonna be difficult? Okay. Then we have Octavarium, which I still need to listen to. I know the first song, Panic Attack. Oh, not the first song, sorry. I was looking at the wrong song, but track, what is it, 5? Yeah, 5. I know Panic Attack because I watched Mike Portnoy's playthrough of it pretty frequently. It's a banging song. I love it. But yeah, the rest I need to give a listen. The title track, Octavarium, is a 24-minute song, which I've heard mixed reviews on the title track, but I'm hoping that I like it. And then finally for Dream Theater we have Systematic Chaos. I think this is also a kind of a controversial one. From what I've heard from other people that did like rankings of their albums, this is not a very highly ranked album. I really enjoy it. On my first listen, I really enjoyed it. It's it does taper off a bit in some spots, like with Ministry of Lost Souls. I think it's a little too long. Same with the second part of In the Presence of Enemies. But regardless, I still like the vocal performances, the drum performances by Mike Portnoy, and I just think it's really good. Then we have a new addition to my collection, and that is Rush's Spirit of Radio Greatest Hits from 74 to 87. I've been wanting to get into Rush for so long, and with this, I'm finally able to. I haven't listened to it yet. I do know Fly By Night, Closer to the Heart, Tom Sawyer, Time Stands Still, and I think that's it. Maybe a little bit of, it's either Limelight or Red Barchetta, or Subdivisions or something like that, but I know quite a few songs by Rush. I do enjoy Roll the Bones, that album. I haven't visited it in a while, but I do enjoy, I forgot the first song on it, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Then we have Dillinger Escape Plan with Option Paralysis. I was thrown off by this album. I will admit, I didn't give it a listen. After, like, the first song, Farewell Mona Lisa, kind of threw me off with how off the wall it was. Like, I'm so used to the band Tala, or Tala, however you pronounce it. They're very off the wall, but they're easy to follow. I haven't listened to any mathcore or anything like grindcore. I know there's a bit of grindcore on here. But after listening to the entire album, from Good Neighbor to Parasitic Twins, I didn't really care to listen to Farewell Mona Lisa that much. It clicked. Gold Teeth on a Bum is a very good song, but my favorite song on here is For Sure Widower. There are some beautiful moments. There are some very good moments. The vocalist is really good on here. I think it's I don't want to say, like, I don't know too much about the Dillinger Escape Plan, but this is a very interesting album to listen to. I'm definitely going back to it. But yeah, that's just me. Can this get back in here? That'd be great. Okay, so yours is gonna be difficult. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we have Haken with Aquarius. One of my favorite modern prog albums of all time. Probably my top 3. It's just so pretty. Haken really came out swinging with this. And this is the 2017 remaster with the second disc of instrumentals. And the artwork is just like so phenomenal. Like, this is really nice. Like, this is just really, really cool. A lot of really good songs on here. Literally every single song on here is a banger. Really, really good stuff. Now we get to some more prog, obviously. Like all the way from, we have about 5 more prog albums before getting to like the heavy metal stuff and all that kind of jazz. I don't have jazz in here, but you know what I mean. Sunyata with, Vipassy's Sunyata. This is good. I like this. This is really good instrumental stuff. There's only 7 tracks on here. It's an EP, but it's like really proggy, tech deathy kind of stuff, which I should have put it with my death metal stuff, but it is a prog album, so it's staying with my prog stuff. So then we have Ergo Atlas by Apotheus. I still need to get the Far Star. I do have another set of albums in my card for Season of Mist that I want to pick up before anything else. So when I order those, my next order will have the Far Star, which I'm pumped about. Shape and Geometry is a good song. Firewall, Cogito, however you pronounce it. Alpha Suns is probably my favorite song on there. Really, really good stuff. Then we have another three new additions in a row, which I'm pumped about. We have Poverty's No Crime with their most recent album, A Secret to Hide. Good stuff. I really enjoy this. I love it. Supernatural is a phenomenal opener. Flesh and Bone is good, but my favorite song on here is Within the Veil, track 5. I really enjoy it's just beautiful. I really enjoy it. Then we have Evergrey with their most recent album. Let's see, what is it called again? A Heartless Portrait, The Orphean Testament. This is a phenomenal album cover, by the way. It's just so cosmic and pretty. I love it. And even like the artwork on the inside is really nice. I love that fold out. But yeah, I listened to the first couple of tracks. I still need to listen to the rest of it. From what I've heard, it's really, really good. If the rest of the album is as good as what I've heard, then I definitely do want to get the rest of at least some more albums by them. I don't want to go all in just to find albums that I don't like. Let's see. Then we have the last prog album in here, which I still need to listen to. All Things Fallen with Shadowway. I mainly bought it on the album cover alone. Essentially, with this and then the last 2 albums, I got them with an Amazon gift card that I got from work. And I saw these album covers and I was like, these look really cool. So I checked out the first song from each album and I really enjoyed it. So The Sentinel is the one that I listened to. I really enjoyed it, so I picked it up. Plus, that album cover is just fucking awesome to begin with. So I can't wait to listen to the rest of it. And then the next 5 albums are also new. Essentially, I went to Walmart Monday and picked up some albums. The that I was mainly there for like body wash and shampoo and whatnot. And then I also picked up a few albums. So I picked up some Metallica, and yeah, I picked up Kill 'Em All. I don't like these sleeves though. I really don't. They're very not protecting of the albums. And for $5, I guess like all these Metallica albums were $5, um, which is not really. It's good for the price, but the protection of the album is very important also, and there wasn't really any protection. Hit the Lights is a good song. Jump in the Fire is a good song. Whiplash, Phantom Lord. I haven't listened to Metallica in a while, but this album, it honestly shocked me because I'm not the biggest thrash fan, I will admit. I do like Slayer, but mainly just like Rain and Blood and a few other songs. I haven't really dived deep into the thrash territory. Then we have Ride the Lightning, which is their second album. I still need to finish this album. I started Fight Fire, or I listened to Fight Fire with Fire, and I think a little bit of Ride the Lightning, but other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about it, so I can't really say too much. Then we have, and weirdly enough, they didn't have Master of Puppets, which I am familiar with. I do like that album. It's really, really good. But then again, they didn't have it, so I had to pick up, I just had to go without it. Then we had And Justice for All. This one I haven't listened to at all, so I really don't know what to say about it. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things about it, mainly because the mix. I know that there's not really any bass in it. I think it was like mixed out, but yeah. Then we get to a controversial take, but I really like the Black Album. I know it's a commercial thing, it's sort of the band quote-unquote selling out, but I really like the album. It's phenomenal for me. And this one does have some kind of protection. It's the only Metallica album in like this lot to have like a sleeve, like another inner sleeve. It's kind of like a vinyl in a way, for the CD, like a protective sleeve. But songs like obviously Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven. I don't want to hear Enter Sandman again. That's like the only Metallica song I don't like, that I know. It's so overplayed and I don't really like it anymore. I never liked it to begin with, but Holier Than Thou is a great song. Of Wolf and Man is my favorite song on here. I think it's just a really good song. Kind of underrated, at least in my opinion. I don't know a lot about like the Big Four or whatnot, but I'm willing to learn. And then they also had this, the Black Sabbath Ultimate Collection. This is, I will admit, I never got into Black Sabbath or really anything Ozzy Osbourne related, but I decided to pick it up because I actually have been listening to a little bit of Black Sabbath, and I do like what I hear. I've liked what I've heard, so I decided to pick it up. But this is just all the Ozzy Osbourne stuff, pretty much, going from their first album, Black Sabbath, in 1972. I believe it's Never Say Die, his last album until 13, which was their final album. But none of the 13 stuff is on here. I enjoy Paranoid, Iron Man, Black Sabbath. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is a freaking phenomenal song. Yeah, I still need to listen to all this front to back. because I mainly listen to stuff digitally, but I've been, I've been enjoying all the Black Sabbath I've heard. Let me just set this. Shit. Yeah, let me just set that down for a second so I can get this in. Alright. Then we get to my Iron Maiden stuff. Big Iron Maiden fan. You know me. Here's the first album with Paul Di'Anno. Good stuff. Running Free, Phantom of the Opera, Charlotte the Harlot. Phenomenal song. Come on, don't do this to me. Oh, you suck. Then, of course, you have Killers, which I really enjoy. The opening track, Ides of March, and then it goes into Wrathchild and Murders on the Rue Morgue. Really, really good stuff. And then you also got one of their best albums, Power Slave. If my fucking albums could cooperate, oh my god, it's gonna stress me out. Alright, Power Slave, good shit. Even though I just pretty much just entered the back of it, whatever. Good shit. Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Back in the Village. Good shit. And then my favorite Iron Maiden album right now is The Book of Souls. I will happily preach this album. It's so fucking good. If Eternity Should Fail, Book of Souls, the title track, Tears of a Clown, and then my favorite song from them is Shadows of the Valley. I just vibe with that song so much. I love it. And I will admit the album cover is a bit bland, but honestly, I dig it. And then we have Senjutsu, their most recent album from 2021. And here's Eddie looking as gruesome as ever. The album track list is in here. But yeah, we have Senjutsu, Stratego, Days of Future Past is a really good song. And then the longest songs on here, Parchment, Hell on Earth, Darkest Hour, and Death of the Celts. Good shit. Let's get this back in here. I also really love the Japanese imagery. I think it's really nice. And then something I also picked up at Walmart was Bruce Dickinson's new album. If I can get it out. Come on. Oh, I was pushing the wrong album out. The Mandrake Project. I still gotta listen to it fully, but it's really, really cool. Bruce is probably one of my favorite vocalists of all time, at least right now. And the fact that he's 65 years old, like, he's in his mid-60s and he still sounds fucking awesome, is just, like, phenomenal to me. It's the same thing with Rob Halford from Judas Priest, which is coincidentally our next pick. But since I got the Walmart version of the Mandrake Project, it came with a, like, lenticular thing. So if I manage to get this out, I think it's really cool. Then we have Invincible Shield by Judas Priest. Love it. This is the Target exclusive. Panic Attack, good shit. Devil in Disguise, Crown of Thorns. Love it. Phenomenal album. And now we get into my death metal stuff. And it goes from all the way down here to down there. So we have Hate Eternal with Infernus. I still need to listen to this album. This is the only album from that season of Miss Grabbag I still need to fully listen to. So I can't really give my opinions on it, but I'm looking forward to it. Then we have Replacire, Do Not Deviate. Good shit, good shit. They have a new album coming out soon. I believe in June is when it's coming out, June or July. I want to pre-order it because I love this album, and I also want to try and track down their first album, because this album is fucking phenomenal. They are so underrated. It's insane. I love it so much. Now we have Countless Skies, Glow, one of my favorite albums of all time. So pretty. I will not stop talking about this album because it is just that good. I love it so much. Very good melodic death metal. And then we have another new addition, which is Rivers of Nil with The Work. This is their most recent album, their most recent album from 2021. So good, so good. They're a tech death band, but they have more or less devolved into sort of a progressive death metal band. The Tower is really good. Focus is probably my favorite song on here. Episode, Tower 2, and then I believe it's the 11-minute song at the end, Terrestria 4, Work. Good, really, really good stuff. I'm trying to go fast because I've already been filming the second part of this for nearly 32 minutes. Then we have Solemn Vision, Despite the Rise of the Sun. Good shit. Father from the Flame, Dead to the Wraith. Good stuff. And that was sort of the there is one more album that is a death metal album, like melodic death, but I want to get through the rest of these first because I actually just picked it up today. I filmed the first part of it last night, and then I'm filming the rest of it today. So now we have Cranial Osteotomy. And I know I censored it in the beginning when I unboxed it, but I really don't care right now. So yeah, that's the full album cover. Deal with it, YouTube. I really don't care. I love this album so much. Definitely, it's one of my crown jewels, and it's very good. Very, very good stuff. These guys, they should be talked about more because they're really, really good. And then my absolute crown jewel is Guttural Slug with Megalodon. I have a different band on the brain, sorry. Yeah, this is a phenomenal album. Shit. I say it's my absolute crown jewel and then absolutely just like drop it. But the back of it looks like that one thing that I shall not describe because I am deathly terrified of it. But Hacksaw Surgery, Pandemic Apocalypse, Paranormal Evisceration, absolute brutal stuff. I love it to bits. Then we have Hate Division with Order of the Enslaved. Good stuff. I mean, besides the shitty sound of the ride cymbal, I think it's a pretty good album. Very good death metal. It has like a bit of grindcore mixed into it, but for the most part, it's death metal. I really like it. So yeah. Oh, right. God damn it. Then the album that pretty much started my collecting journey is Kill Everything, Scorched Earth. I literally I don't know what the word is. There's a word that I'm thinking of, but I give all my thanks to this band and this album for, you know, inspiring me to collect. Yeah, because mainly I just had, you know, the like Phobia, the 3 Days Grace stuff, and Slipknot, and that's pretty much it. But then I have all these albums now, so yeah, I love it. Everything about this album is fucking phenomenal. It's in my top 25 albums of all time. And I think I know people shit on Slam, but I'm a fan of it. I love how goofy it is. And I can't help it if this album's heavy, because I enjoy it. Now we move on to the last shelf, and this still needs filled out. But yeah. So first, we can just go ahead and move these. We have Vermicular Incubation. I listened to this album. It's good. It's really, really good. Yeah, phenomenal album. Really, really good stuff. Highly recommend it if you're into heavy shit. And then we have Neuromoral Dissonance with My Wisdom, My Grief. I actually have the little mini sleeve for it up here, but I think I might just get rid of it. I'm not too sure, because it just gets in the way of, you know, caring for the album, and plus it's like coming undone. Like, it's just only like some perforated or like whatever kind of paper it is. But yeah, this is a good album. Really good shit. Greater My Wisdom, Greater My Grief, He Will Not Let Me Catch My Breath. What is it? Cease to Hate Life. Came to Hate Life, sorry. Good stuff. Love it. And then we get to the last death metal album for now. This is sort of a technical blackened death metal with Stortron. And of course it's in its little slipcase. This is what the case, or like the album, looks like. Hello. Finitude, Lost Battle Rages On, Xeno Chaos. Good stuff, good stuff. And then we get to the first black metal album. I do want to expand my black metal collection. I have been getting into a lot of black metal bands recently. I did jam out to a bunch of black metal bands in a playlist. Like Dark Throne, Watain, Harakiri for the Sky, Alcest. A lot of the more popular ones. But here's Shroud of Despondency with Dark Meditations in Monastic Seclusion. Is that it? Did it. Yes. Good album. I've been listening to them a lot recently with a lot of their other albums. Their second album, Pine, is really, really good. I want to try and find it on CD if they actually release it on CD. But yeah, this is a really good album. Then we have The Great Old Ones to Kelly Lee. Good stuff. I want to get the rest of their catalog, and it's all on Season of Mist, so I won't have a problem, you know, finding it. Good Lovecraftian stuff there. Then we have Foscor, Les Iriel's Visions. I really don't know how you pronounce this, but it's good. It's definitely interesting, to say the least. I still need to give it another proper listen, but yeah, pretty decent stuff. Then we have Champ, however the fuck you say it, Champ Du Sang with, or by Vo Atris. It's definitely black metal. It's like post black metal. I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely there. It's definitely black metal. I don't know. It's good. I like it though. It's really, really good. I enjoy it. Yeah, I might have to give it another proper listen, but I from what I heard, I enjoyed it. Then we have Nocturne by Der Weg Anar Freiheit, which is a banging album. There's a logo right there. Good stuff, good stuff. I really enjoy it. I might want to invest in another album from them. I think they have only one other album, like maybe one or two. I really don't know, but yeah, good stuff. And then the last album we have is actually another melodic death metal album, and that is In Flames, Clayman. This is one of their most popular albums, and I've been getting into In Flames a little bit, and I was at the mall today with my mom and my grandma, and I found this in a media store for only 17 or 18 bucks, I think. So I decided to pick it up to potentially start an In Flames collection. Yeah, I really enjoy the first track, Bullet Ride, which is the first song I listened to from it. Good stuff. So yeah, if I like this album, then I'll definitely become a In Flames fan. And yeah, I'll definitely pick up the rest of their stuff.
All right, thank you for joining me in my absolute chaotic. I don't want to say chaotic, but my collection showing. I definitely love showing my collection off. You know me, I love music. It's definitely something I'm passionate about. I do plan on getting a lot more, but I do want to just stop for a little bit because I have other stuff I need to do. Like I need to finish filming my short film, which it's coming. My current consensus for the due date is May 17th, and I have a lot to get done. So we'll see how it goes. My current plan is May 17th, but like I said, we'll see how it goes. But for now, thank you for watching. If you did stick around for this entire video, thank you. But yeah, that is all of my albums, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.